So if this one was on your non-calculator part of your exam, the nice thing is the data is already in order. If you count them, there's 15 of them. So your median is going to be your eighth one. 2, 4, 6, 8, 23. So we should have our median value there at 23. Now you have 8 above and 8 below. So quartile 1 will happen between 9, actually there's 7 above and 7 below, so actually quartile 1 works out perfect there, and quartile 3 works out perfect there. So we got our values for B and D. And of course, A and E are just your minimum and your maximum, so those are easy to figure out. Your interquartile range is just from quartile 1 to quartile 3, so we'll have 12. So this would be a good example of what you might expect on a non-calculator part of your exam using box and whisker plots. Here's another typical exam kind of question. You got a frequency distribution at the bottom. You've got your histogram drawn for you. And from this, we're going to find the values of P and Q, write down the median class, and estimate the mean. So just writing some numbers in here, this one happens 7 times, this one happens 14 times, this one happens 17 times, 20 times, 18 times, 11 times, and finally 7 times again. So those are our numbers. So 714P is going to be 17, and Q, 2018Q is going to be 11. And no, I didn't go over correctly, so this last one is 6, not 7. Write down the median class. Well, if we quickly add up our values here, 21, 39, 59, it tells us that there's 93 in total. If you added them up, you'd get 93 as well. So there's 93 in total. What's our middle value? Well, our median would be, add 1 to that and divide by 2. 94 divided by 2 is 47. Where does 47 happen? Well, we're at 7, then 14 makes 21, then 17 makes 38, then 20 makes 48. So our median class is between 75 and, we're using T, and 85. In a histogram, you always have the equal sign listed with the value that's lowest, and there's no equal sign with your inequality on the higher value. Now, for estimating the mean, you could either put this into your calculator and use VARStats to do that. If you used your calculator, you would put the middle value in. Or you could calculate it by saying 50 would happen 7 times. 60 happens 14 times. Plus 70 happens 17 times. Plus 80 happens 20 times. Plus 90 happens 18 times. Plus 100 happens 11 times. And finally, plus 110 happens 6 times. And that all gets divided by 93. And if you figure that out to 3 sig figs, you get approximately 79.1. Which is interesting that it shows that basically our average is very close to what the median was. Because the median class was between 75 and 85. And when we figured out our average as an estimate, we got 79.1, which was very similar. So there's some questions there for practice at the bottom.